Brooklyn. A summer night, music, dancing, laughter, until gunfire shattered everything. What happened inside that club was more than a tragedy. It was a warning. On August 17, 2025, at 3:27 a.m., gunshots erupted inside the Taste of the City Lounge in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Within seconds, chaos unfolded. 3 men were killed. 11 others were wounded. The city woke up to horror. The victims, Jamal Childs, 35, believed to be affiliated with the Folk Nation gang. Marvin St. Louis, just 19, with no criminal record. Amadou Diallo, 27, a construction worker, caught in the crossfire. Their lives ended in seconds. Their families left with questions and grief. Police recovered 42 shell casings, 3 firearms. Witnesses say multiple shooters opened fire simultaneously. Investigators suspect a gang-related dispute, but no arrests have been made. 2 suspects remain at large. This wasn't random. It was calculated. Brooklyn has long struggled with turf wars and retaliatory violence. Experts call it a social flashpoint, where unresolved tension explodes into bloodshed. The community responded with heartbreak and outrage. A vigil was held. Mayor Eric Adams promised increased patrols. But many ask, will it be enough? Or is this just another cycle of violence? 3 lives lost, 11 wounded, 1 city shaken. This is not just a story about bullets. It's about broken systems, forgotten neighborhoods, and the cost of silence. What do you think? Could this have been prevented?
At approximately 3:27 a.m., the 911 call center started receiving multiple 911 calls about a shooting inside of 903 Franklin Avenue, which is a lounge known as Taste of the City. Officers arrived within minutes of the first 911 calls and found numerous gunshot victims inside of the location. Currently, we have identified 11 victims ranging in age from 27 to 61, 8 males and 3 females. 3 of the victims have already been pronounced: 1 male age 27, 1 male age 35, and 1 male of an unknown age. The 8 remaining victims are at local area hospitals with what is being described right now as non-life-threatening injuries. We are withholding victims' names pending family notifications, and the investigation into this incident is ongoing. What we know preliminarily is that there was a dispute inside of the crowded club that led to the shooting. We have multiple shooters involved in this shooting, and we have recovered at least 36 shell casings so far from what appears to be multiple guns. At this time, no one is in custody. Our detectives are canvassing available CCTV video in and around the location. Our detectives have also recovered a firearm in the vicinity of Bedford Avenue and Eastern Parkway. We're investigating at this time whether this firearm was tied to the shooting incident. I'll now take a few brief questions. Yeah, I mean, we have the lowest number of shooting incidents and shooting victims 7 months into the year that we've seen on record in the city of New York. Something like this is, of course, thank God, an anomaly, and it's a terrible thing that happened this morning, but we're going to investigate and get to the bottom of what went down.
People are dead and 10 others injured after a shooting in a crowded New York City club. Police say 4 people opened fire just before 3:30 Sunday morning in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, in what they're calling a gang-related shooting. Now authorities are identifying the victims as Mayor Adams says he's preparing a mass shooting plan. ABC's Crystal Cranmore in Brooklyn has the latest.
Police say surveillance video from inside Taste of the City Lounge captured 2 of the victims killed in the shooting on camera in the middle of a gun battle. Police identifying the victims as 19-year-old Marvin St. Louis and 35-year-old Jamal Childs. Police say 42 shots rang out at Taste of the City Lounge on Franklin Avenue around 3 o'clock Sunday morning, sending patrons scrambling for their lives. Police say St. Louis and Childs were rushed to the hospital where they died, each with multiple gunshot wounds throughout the body. Police also saying a 3rd victim, 27-year-old Amadou Diallo, died at the scene with a gunshot wound in the head. 10 other people were injured, all victims of what detectives believe to be gang violence. Crisis intervention teams were dispatched to try and prevent gang members from retaliating. Police believe Childs was a gang member. He spent time in prison for a shooting in 2018. He was released on parole in 2023. Police say they recovered a gun at Bedford Avenue and Eastern Parkway. They're trying to determine if the gun is connected to this shooting. The hunt is on for at least 2 other gunmen. In Brooklyn, Crystal Fanmore, ABC News.